talk about Professor Kithure Kindiki as his new deputy and how he differs from his predecessor. The position of, let's start from there, the position of the running mate for William Ruto come 2027 has been a subject of debate. ODM had demanded in their own pronouncements that they would go for nothing less, then they changed their minds, but they're still demanding for something. They called it, I think, the latest ng'ombe ikatwe katikati nusu waende nayo. Why do you think the president still finds the need to talk about his deputy at this point? Doesn't that confirm that even he is trying to convince people that this is a person he should go with come next year?
Well, you know, you're talking about a man that can say something today and tomorrow say something completely different. Why? In the same State House just recently, when they were, you know, having another meeting with the members of parliament, he said that the ongoing conversations with ODM, the presidency is a sure bet. The same person said that. So he did not assure Kindiki on that particular meeting that he is going to be the deputy come 2027, because we do not know what ODM are actually discussing. First and foremost, I need to tell you, when you are dealing with someone who is a master in use and then dump, he can say anything. Because at what point did he realize that now the former deputy president is not as important as Kindiki? I remember they had given us stories of how they elected Gachagua as running mate in 2022. And they went ahead and won an election. Because there's nothing as important. Whether you elect your deputy who comes from heaven with white wings or whatever, what matters is whether you are going to win that election using that particular person. Because they are such an important person in any formation that you're trying to form. Because basically, politics is a game of numbers. You're looking at someone who will bring in numbers, and numbers enough to be able to win an election.
You don't think Kindiki is that?
What numbers? He can't.
Okay.
He cannot be able to marshal the same numbers that Gachagua had marshaled, and it is in public domain. Mahesabu ni kitu ya kusumbua watu kweli. That is something you can be able to calculate not using a calculator. But we need to rebrand that State House. We need not to be calling it State House. We need to start calling it UDA House. All right. Because how is it State House when it is being branded
we'll come back to
yellow
that.
every right?
This debate about the running mate, who will be President William Ruto's running mate. Why is it such an important discussion for UDA? Why does the president need talking to aspirants for UDA, try to convince them that Kithure Kindiki is the best?
I think, as you know, the president was a